Greetings everyone, it's Kaz here, and today I'm going to be ranting. This is something I really haven't done yet on the channel, and I wanted to do it because I felt passionate about this specific topic. Now, I wanted to preface this right now by saying that this is a bit of a rant. This could go for 2 minutes. It might end up being a really short video. It could be a really long video. I've honestly absolutely no idea where this is going, so I do apologize if I just start to completely lose my train of thought. I'll try to cut it up as best as I can. So today I wanted to talk very positively. That's not true at all. I wanted to talk about how absolutely awful the video game community can be a lot of the time. And I say a lot of the time, but these days, unfortunately, that appears to be most of the time. And I'm sure you've read the title, and gamers are just so hateful and entitled. It's honestly some of the most disgraceful stuff I've ever seen in my life. There's of course been a lot of examples of this over the years in terms of how people, video game players, treat certain situations or things going on in the industry. And this is a topic I've been wanting to discuss for a little bit. It's been a video idea for a while for me personally. The event that triggered me discussing it today specifically was the absolute morons that are attacking Mass Effect Andromeda developers. People who aren't even developers are getting attacked, and I'll get into that in a minute, because of a video game and because of animations in Mass Effect. And it's really sad that this is something that is not unique in any way. We see it all the time, and I really just felt the need to talk about it and discuss it because it appalls me consistently. So let's talk about this specific Mass Effect situation right now as it stands. So as I'm sure you're aware if you've been following the news at all, Mass Effect Andromeda has come under flack lately over the past week for having pretty poor facial animations when it comes to dialogue and things like that. Obviously, that's referring to faces looking out of whack, and when characters are talking, it looking unnatural and stuff like that. Now, am I here to defend Mass Effect Andromeda's facial animations? Not really. From what I've seen of them, they do look pretty bad, and I can't deny that. But at the same time, I am sure that the videos I've watched, these compilations, have made it look worse than it actually is. I am here to defend those developers and here to hopefully knock some sense into those morons and idiots that continue to attack people. Attack real people who spent their lives and their last number of years putting all their hard work and dedication into creating this video game, and all you lazy idiots have to do is type in on Twitter and tell them that their lives are worthless, because quite frankly, I think you're contradicting yourself because your lives are worthless. God, it's some heavy stuff from me right here. So the main recipient of this flack has been Ali Rosemary Leost. So this lady worked for EA's motion capture labs in Vancouver in Canada for a period of time. So naturally, when these incompetent idiots who don't even know the fundamentals of the English language really just want to think to themselves, who can I blame for this? They need someone to blame, they need someone to harass. These people aren't real human beings. They wouldn't say this crap to someone's face, but they feel they can hide behind a phone and say it and type it on Twitter. So who are they going to blame for this absolute outrage of facial animations? They're going to blame this lady. Now, the reason people were blaming her specifically, but they basically just wrote awful stuff to this lady, telling her that she ruined the game, essentially saying that she should be ashamed of herself for her work. It's been an absolute just group assault on this woman, and it's awful. And it turns out that this lady, Leost, didn't even develop Mass Effect Andromeda at all. She did previously work in those labs in EA, but she was not a lead animator at all on Mass Effect Andromeda. This sparked BioWare to release a statement that is absolutely brilliant. Thank you to BioWare's GM for saying this. I'll read it to you right now. Recently, a former EA employee was misidentified as a lead member of the Mass Effect Andromeda development team. These reports are false. We respect the opinions of our players and community and welcome feedback on our games, but attacking individuals regardless of their involvement in the project is never acceptable. The gaming industry is an interesting one. There's a lot of people like myself, commentators on YouTube, that talk about it and talk about the ins and outs of it. So obviously there are a lot of opinions and thoughts out there, and that's obviously totally fine. As the BioWare GM says here, he respects the opinions of our players and community, and that's totally fine. I'm out here and I don't like certain things in the industry. I'm sure I've said a lot of things that I don't like in videos in the past, and I'm sure I will a lot in the future as well. But going and attacking someone is unacceptable in every way. If you were to run into a BioWare developer and you don't like their facial animations and and you were to run into them on the street or wherever it may be in the wild, you would never have the balls to say to their face, if you really felt this way, you wouldn't have the balls to say to their face, your facial animations suck, you're a piece of shit, go and kill yourself. Then don't say it to them on Twitter or online, you cowards. And it's this negativity that takes me back, I feel, to the issue as a whole. I used Mass Effect Andromeda as a specific example, but we've seen this for years, this awful mentality in the community. Everyone's so entitled. Every consumer, every player in the gaming industry just feel that they deserve the best. They deserve more because they are the most important thing. And of course, there are dicks on the internet no matter where you go and no whatever industry it may be, just in general. But I feel as though, and it could just be because I'm in this ecosystem of the video game industry a lot more, but I feel like everyone's so much more entitled, even more so than you see in film, even more so than you see in any other place. I don't want to get this mistaken as me trashing all gamers. I know there is a lot of positivity in this gaming community. I've witnessed a lot of positivity and a lot of negativity, so please don't take this as me saying that all video game players are total dicks. That's not true. I'm simply addressing these cowards, these keyboard warriors, if you will, who are just absolute trolls and attacking people and feel as though they deserve the absolute best, that the world revolves around them for some weird reason. Why can't these people just be positive and supportive for once? Let's be positive and supportive for one another. Unfortunately, I don't think this will be the last time I talk about this kind of negativity on the channel. But what do you all think of this negativity? Am I exaggerating? Do you disagree with me? What do you think of this absolute attacking of Mass Effect Andromeda's development team? Make sure you let me know in the comment section below. I love to see some civil discussion going on down there like I have seen on my channel in the past, and I'll be happy to reply to any comments down there if you do disagree with me. And if you do dispute what I have to say here, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We can civilly discuss, and that's 100% awesome. So do consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content if you are new here. But that's enough from me. Thank you very much for listening to my very long-winded rant. I'll see you all next time. Farewell.